Hello, hello. Amira Alvarez here, founder and CEO of The Unstoppable Woman, and we've got another episode of the Daily Briefing. These are short little briefings with tactical, actionable advice for small business owners and entrepreneurs in this new climate that we're in, that we don't know exactly how long will last. So at least we've got, 2 weeks ahead of us that we need to course correct on and adjust. And it could be as long as Q2 or Q3. We're hearing things like July and August before things get back to normal. So what are you supposed to do in this new climate where there's social distancing and it's affected, people showing up at businesses and purchasing and buying things? There's a real ripple effect that is happening right now. So today I want to talk about some of the questions you can ask yourself to prepare now and in the short term, and then also be prepared for when the floodgates open again, because this is not going to last forever and you want to be prepped and prepared. So the first thing is you got to wrap your head around the reality of what's going on and make adjustments if you haven't made them already. So what kinds of adjustments can you make? There are places like dental offices that are closing for the next 2 weeks. That is a great idea. Who wants to have someone right in front of your face, even if they have a mask on, right? Like, this is psychologically not the place where your clients are going to be showing up for their annual or biannual dental check, right? If it's an emergency, that would be different, right? You have a different urge there. So, things are happening. What are you going to do to address it? First, great communication with your clients is going to be important. So you can write the standard email. You can write emails that have a little bit more humor or personality in that. People crave that at this time. So show up for your clients as you, with authenticity, and really deliver your message, whatever it is, how you're going to be approaching things in a way that speaks to your styles. Maybe you're very serious, maybe you're funny. I saw in an email yesterday, we're spending the 20 seconds when we're washing our hands being grateful, right? Moments of gratitude. And I was like, oh, that's sweet. I love that. That's a great idea. I'm going to incorporate that. So you can add value for your clients and they will appreciate that. So you're going to want to communicate with them and let them know how you're adjusting, what you're doing to remedy this situation, and also what they can do to support you, right? Can they keep buying from you in a different fashion? Now, you're also going to want to get creative about what you can do for your clients right now. Let's say you run something that's like a classroom type setting, whether you run a art studio or a fitness studio or a hair salon or something. Let's use classes first. Something that has classes. What can you do? Can you run that class remotely? Can you do it virtually? Can you say, we're still holding these classes, your kids are going to love it, you're going to be giving them something that supports their growth, and here's how we're supporting you in this time of social distancing, and add value as you're doing it. Now, what if you're someone who's got a very location, like a hairdresser, which is one of the higher risk? I was looking at a chart, and those are sort of, you're in a high risk potential for yourself getting sick. So this is not just about protecting your clients, but it's about protecting yourself. What do you do in those situations? Well, maybe you course correct entirely and you start adding value in a different way. I have a client who has a great concept around bringing sort of a stand-up improv routine that she does naturally to her clients to a larger public. So can she start doing that and giving that outside of the haircutting world to her clients right now, and position that idea that she hasn't gotten off the ground yet for the future when they all come back, right? They're already going to be used to her doing this kind of humor and kind of stand-up routine, right? So there's all sorts of different ways that you can look at this. I want you to think about how you can add value now to your clients that maybe you don't get paid for right now. Like the example that I just gave, you would be giving something, no charge, adding value in this time of stress, bringing some levity and entertainment, and helping people feel connected in a time of social distancing. What a huge value add. Think about how that could create long-term client loyalty. Okay, so some thoughts around that. You're also going to want to look strategically at closing your brick and mortar store for the next 2 weeks, right? It's a big deal. If you're selling things to people and they're not, and they need to come into your store or storefront and they're not doing it right now, maybe you need to actually shut your doors for the next 2 weeks. This is, what schools are doing, what my dentist is doing, all these things. So, but let's be strategic about this. Instead of closing your doors for 2 weeks and crawling under the covers and licking your wounds and thinking doom and gloom, what if you used this time to really get some of the big thinking done in your business? So what if you use this time to really get strategic about where you're going? What if you use this time to evaluate what's working in your business and what's not working in your business? What if you use this time to really do the projects that you've been putting off for forever, and you'll probably be confronted by the fact that, even though you have time, you still don't want to do those projects. Interesting, isn't that? Okay, hold yourself to a higher standard there and go do those projects, make use of that time. And maybe you use this time as some well-needed downtime, okay? So I'm all about taking downtime when you need downtime. I'm also all about being active and activating when you need to be in motion. So know what that is for you. I suggest really making use of this time. I would also look at, if you're closing your doors, I value my employees so incredibly, but there are times where that, you're stuck. You have to close the doors. This is like such a extreme situation. How do you do that? And if you don't have to close them entirely, but you have to make adjustments, like you have to reduce staff, I would look at things like, how are you going to make that decision? Do you do everyone at once? Do you do it equally? Do you do it by longevity, loyalty? Do you do it based on need? Do you do it based on attitude or work ethic? Their own personal hygiene and cleanliness. Maybe that's what you're going to prioritize. But think about what values you want to really support in your business, and who you want to support the most. Now, I know that sounds harsh because everyone needs a paycheck and everyone needs some support from their employer. And so if you can hold on to your employees, fantastic, do that, okay? But if you have to make these difficult decisions, think about them not from an emotional place where you're driven from your subconscious programming that's telling you have to do it in a particular way, and nor do you want to do it in the super sort of rigid way, in my opinion, rigid way, which is just like the people who've been here the longest stay the longest. Now, why would that be the thing that you put forth? I would look at the results that you want to continue to achieve in your business and see which employees are helping you get those results, and then make your decisions based on that, okay? Now, I would hope that you could do this and keep everyone employed, but there's some realities here. So let's see, what else do I want to say today? Everyone who has their own brick and mortar business is going to be hit right now. How can you stand out? It's a really important thing to think about. How can you show up and give more value and be creative in the way that you're helping your clients, your potential clients, your past clients, your existing clients, to, maybe it's not for money right now, even though that would be lovely and I know you're hurting, but how can you stand out in this time and build some incredible loyalty for your business? And if you can think in those terms, opportunity after opportunity will show up for you. Take action on it. Give before you're looking to receive, right? That's a law that I live every day. Give before you're like, it's seeing the results, okay? That's how you're going to excel, always. Okay, with that, rock it out. Have an awesome day. Be unstoppable. And I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.